Hey YouTube, Brian LCS, thanks for stopping by the channel. And this video, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 3 review. So we're going to go deep into spoilers here. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you may want to tune away. If not, let's jump into the book. So this is issue number 3 of the recently rebooted Miles Morales, and it has been off to a pretty good start. So we'll give you the creative team. Cody Ziegler's been writing, and Federico Ventini on artwork. And so we're jumping in. Miles has been dealing with, or somebody's been kind of watching him from afar, a new villain. And so we open up with a story with getting kind of the background, the origin story, if you would, of this new villain, Rabble. And so, we basically see, her struggles, with her parents, not struggles, but basically, her mother got sick and passed away. And then her dad, was left, with her, taking care of her, a single dad. But she always had a very knowledge for technology and could fix things very easily, even as a young kid. We actually saw that here. There's a little, I guess the parents owned a convenience store, and the little girl, Rabble, was able to, fix the cash register when it went broken or, wasn't working. And so we see that, after her mom had passed away, that her dad is trying to make a better life for her. He wanted her to get into Brooklyn Vision Academy, which happens to be the same school that Miles Morales goes to. And we see that there was like a lottery for different people to get in, and Miles won it and she did not. And so we basically find out through her origin story, and she's basically telling this as she has Miles Morales's girlfriend and Vulture's granddaughter basically captured. And so she, her plan is basically to try to attack some of the loved ones around Miles and then ultimately get to him. And so we basically find out that, her motivation for this is really just revenge. So she is, she feels like Miles is the cause of some of her issues. And so now we cut to Miles and Misty Knight, who've been on a stakeout trying to figure out where all of this upgraded technology has been coming from that we've seen through the first 2 issues. And they're dealing with Scorpion, who now has some upgrades of his Scorpion suit. And so they're having a little, trouble dealing with him. But they're in this warehouse where there's been some other technology that's been there and been stolen. And Misty Knight comes across looks like a pretty big gun. And so, they're basically battling the Scorpion and working together to try to defeat him. And Miles at one point uses his venom sting that he has, but they're still struggling to contain Scorpion. And so there's this battle that's going on for, a couple different pages, but then we see the Scorpion basically get electrocuted and knocked out. And so in walks Agent Gao, I think it is, who's basically I guess a secret, not secret, but a task force that the mayor has put together to try to deal with some of the, costume, supervillains that are running around New York City, Manhattan, and Brooklyn. And so with the help of her, they're able to defeat Scorpion. And, basically she keeps warning now. She's warned Miles a few times, like, hey, she has the authority to bring him in if he's not up to no good or is, meddling into things. So, but Misty Knight says, look, he's working with me. She's an investigator, basically on official business. So, but Miles then, gets out of that situation, and he gets a message from his friend Genki, and basically saying, hey, Miles needs your help. And so Miles is trying to figure out what's going on, and he makes his way, says, look, I'm coming. Hey, and you see, can you hear me? And basically his spider sense goes off and he's being led into a trap. And then we see some drones coming at him, and Miles, getting a little beat down here by these drones, kind of caught off guard walking into this trap. And then we ultimately see that the reveal of Rabble here, and that's where the story ends. And so next issue, issue 4, we'll pick up with the continued storyline. So overall, like I said, this was a really origin story of Rabble, and simply based on revenge. So that was a little bit of a letdown. The fact that it was just simply a kind of a revenge story, and there wasn't more to her backstory or why she was had her sights set on Miles Morales and taking out some of his friends around him. So overall, I'll go, thinking about my review system, I'll go with a 2.5 webheads, somewhere just right in the middle. I thought issues 1 and 2 were much better. This was, like I said, a little bit disappointing that we're just on a revenge type story, that this new villain is basically driven by revenge. But we'll see where it goes. Definitely could be interesting. So we will, we'll read issue 4, and we'll be on the lookout for it. So let me know what you think of the story down in the comments, and we'll see you next issue. Thanks for watching.